Hello everybody, my name is Brianna Bilo and I'm a meteorologist here with the National Weather Service office in Grand Junction, Colorado, and this is your March 2023 monthly climate summary. So starting off, our story of the month is the above normal snowpack. So as many of you are aware, we've had a very stormy winter and into the spring, dumping quite a bit of snow across the higher terrain and even into some of the valleys, as well as rainfall in warmer valleys, lower elevations. And all of this has contributed to quite a wet start to our spring, as well as some very above average snowpacks for the Intermountain West. Specifically here we have graphs from the day of March 11th, 2023 for the median of the entire state of Utah for their snow water equivalent, which is the amount of liquid you would get should you take a column of snow and melt it all down into water. As you can see, as of about mid-March, the state of Utah was approaching a record high snowpack, while the state of Colorado, not quite that high, but definitely well above normal for that time of year. And actually through the rest of the month of March and even into April, we continued to see these very stormy systems bringing additional snowfall, additional precipitation to the valleys. So actually by the end of March, these graphs would have continued to increase, which is a good thing as far as reservoir storage is concerned, but we have also started to see, as we moved into April and conditions began to warm, some issues with snowmelt leading to flooding downstream, but more on that in the April video. As far as our highest temps for the month of March, the highest high for the month was 64 degrees. This occurred on March 29th and occurred at Cortez, Canyonlands, and Grand Junction. And our coolest high of the month was 45 degrees, which occurred in Craig on the 29th and the 30th. As far as our low temperatures are concerned, our warmest low temperature for the month occurred in Canyonlands on the 17th and the 18th, and that was actually 19 degrees, so still plenty chilly. And our coldest low temperature of the month occurred in Craig. Craig's been the cold spot for the winter, and this occurred on both the 4th of March and on the 18th, and this was -6, which tied with Aspen, which reached -6 on the 28th of March. As far as precipitation is concerned, good news pretty much across the board with one exception. We had 9 of our 10 climate sites come in with above normal precipitation for the month of March, with Cortez as our big winner with almost 3.5 inches of precipitation, which was 2.6 inches above normal for the month. And we saw Durango and Rifle also come in with some pretty impressive precipitation departures, although not quite on that level. Durango came in with a little under 2 inches above normal, and Rifle with 1.73 above normal, both in the 2.5 to 3 inch range. We at the bottom we have Vernal, which actually came in with below normal precipitation for the month, about 1/4 of an inch under normal, with just under 1/2 inch of precipitation. And we have Montrose, which came in with about 1/2 inch above normal and 1.1 inches of precipitation for the month. As far as our drought is concerned, good news as expected. With the continued above normal precipitation and cooler temperatures, we have completely eradicated drought in western Colorado, and aside from a tiny little sliver here in very far southeast Utah, which has a D1 moderate drought category, eastern Utah either has no drought or is considered D0, which is abnormally dry conditions, which in and of itself isn't actually a drought category, as you can see illustrated by the monthly drought outlook, where areas where there are no drought and there's no tendency to go back towards drought just appear as this plain white background color. And you can see almost all of eastern Utah is in that condition, as well as all of western Colorado. A little bit of this green showing that drought removal is likely, and portions of far southeast Utah near where that D1 category is showing drought persisting. Still, not bad considering. As far as our snowpack update, as you would expect based on the story of the month, we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. Eastern Utah basins, the northeastern Uintas, right around 160% of normal for the month of March, and this is the average for the whole month. The Duchesne Basin at 175% of normal, and southeastern Utah at a whopping 260% of normal for the month of March on average. So it's, you know, it's been a wet month for the higher terrain. Moving into western Colorado, we see the northern mountains with the Yampa, White, and Little Snake Basin here at just under 150% of normal. The Colorado headwaters has kind of come in at the lowest of the western Colorado basins with just under 130% of normal. The Gunnison Basin is sitting at 150% of normal. And the San Miguel, Dolores, Animas, and San Juan basins in southwest Colorado are at just over 170% of normal, or rather they on average were for the month of March. We have started seeing melt out, especially across these southwestern basins, which has affected the percentage of normal, but more on that next month. As far as the April 2023 outlook, as far as temperatures, western Colorado and eastern Utah, for the most part, trending towards below normal temperatures. A little bit of a stronger signal for parts of very northeastern Utah and the Uinta Mountains. Less of a signal in portions of like the eastern San Juans, where they have more of an equal chances of seeing above or below normal precipitation temperatures. But moving towards precipitation, speaking of, the entirety of eastern Utah and western Colorado are looking at equal chances of above or below normal precipitation for the month per the Climate Prediction Center's guidance. And that's it for March. So I will see you in a couple of weeks with the April climate summary. Hopefully there will be some good news regarding precipitation and the snowpack, but I can already tell you there will be some less than good news regarding flooding as we move into snowmelt season and temperatures begin to warm. A lot happened in April. It'll be a good one. I will see you then. Have a good day, everybody.